mashing food with a wet grinder versus juicing. What's better? Well, today I have my juicer over here, and it's just sitting there on the shelf because I'm using my wet grinder to make mashed food. And I'm going to show you it working. I already mashed the food. I made a whole bunch of carrots, beets, celery, spices. I put a bunch of seeds in there like cardamom, etc. And what the rollers do is they mash. Those are granite rollers rolling on top of a big granite stone. And they mash the food. After you use a food processor, you use a food processor to grind or mash, chop up all the food into small pieces, and then you put it all in this wet grinder and mash it. And then after it's done, you eat the whole food. You do not separate the food. You eat the whole food. All you have to do to clean it is pull the rollers out of there like that. Throw them in there like that. And there. That's it. Now I'm going to take all of that food and I'm going to dump it in this bowl. See, there are no screens to deal with. That's the big thing with juicers. You got to deal with getting the food out of a screen. That, my friend, is a pain in the ass. This does not have a screen. It just has big granite rollers that you can wash off in 2 seconds. You take all the food and you use a rubber spatula of sorts, and you put it in a nice big bowl, and there you've got raw ground food with spices to eat for the next several days. Am I trying to sell machines? Like, you'll see all of these health people, so-called health people on YouTube, that are doing a lot of juicing. And what are they doing? They're trying to sell machines where they get a commission. I am not making any sort of money. I do not have any affiliation, zero, with any company at all. But you can go on the internet and you can buy one of these Indian wet grinders that consists of that turns the machine, this, and that. Oh, and a knob. There's the knob. Okay, it's got 4 parts. How long does it take to wash this? If you want, you can use a sponge. There, I'm doing it all with one hand while I film with the other hand. I can even dry it with one hand while I'm filming with the other hand. Woohoo! There we go. I can even put this away with one hand while I film with the other hand. Blam! No more juicer grief. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that juicers are completely worthless, because you can take greens and you can grow greens in your garden, and you can grow massive amounts of greens where you don't care if you waste the pulp. You don't care if you waste the pulp because you've got so much greens that you want to just run them through a juicer and just drink the pure green juice. But you don't waste apples by juicing apples and then you throw away all the pulp. All of that is a waste of money and insanity. Okay? There are so many foods, like if you grow your own carrots, you know that you don't want to waste. You buy organic carrots and it's like $6 a pound. Okay? You don't waste that. You don't waste beet pulp. You don't waste all of that. The only thing that you ever want to juice is greens. That's it. And so I want to thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you like the truth about things, about natural health. You need to be doing self-massage and stretching every day. You need to only eat whole foods. Get the hell away from wheat and dairy and mass-produced meat. And you use peanut butter to get off the mass-produced meat. And then gradually you get away from peanuts and soy and get the hell away from those foods. And then you work on eating more and more vegetables. You'll want to eat a lot of fruits, but I think that eventually I'll probably reduce those largely too. But the fruits clean your body out. So you need that for a long time. Okay? So I want to thank you so much for joining me. Be well. Today in the kitchen, I'm in a no screwing around mode. I'm getting a lot done, big time. And yeah, that's just how it is. Got all those figs put in 1-gallon glass jars.